Okay, welcome everyone. I want to call to order Lindbergh Schools Board of Education special meeting number 1518. We are meeting virtually for this meeting, being conducted using with the use of Zoom and streaming online via the district's YouTube channel. So we'll go to item 2.0 on our agenda, which is the presentation of the proposed 2020 tax rate. So I'll turn it over to Joelle.
Thank you. It's that time of year when we received our final assessed valuation, and per statute, we're required to hold a hearing for the public, for citizens to be heard on the property tax rate that will be set for the ensuing school year. Tax rates begin, of course, on July 1. This year is how the revenue is generated, and through June 30, the end of our fiscal year. The tax rates this year, as we all know, consumer price index, which is inflation across the state, that number is given to us by the state, was 2.3%, but this was a non-reassessment year. And our growth in assessed valuation on the non-reassessment year was 0.35%. So I don't know if you want to show that slide, Tony, or my Excel doc. This document shows the increase in assessed valuation over the 2-year period from 19 to 20, the difference in dollar amount, and then that percentage. Like I said, total increase was 0.34%. I gotta look at mine here, it's a little bit clearer. Non-reassessment year, the largest growth number was a personal property, but personal property is reassessed on an annual basis. New construction is a number for our taxes that's critical to the district. It is property that was not assessed in the prior year, so it's pretty much new revenue to our budget. This year, looking at compared to last year and our budget was based on 3-year average, which has been historically pretty accurate. I know that we aren't in common times right here, so our new construction was a lot lower than anticipated. We were looking at an estimate of about 11 million new construction, and it ended up at 6. And that is down about 40% from the prior year. The largest number being residential and commercial. And then we use all of those 2 pieces of information to go through a lengthy form to calculate our tax rates. In St. Louis County, we have to calculate a rate for each category of property. And then we report each of those rates, and each property is taxed differently based on that calculation. So if you look at the proposed tax rates, I mean, we're right at where we were last year because we're right at the same assessed valuation. The difference in tax rates, I mean, it's very minimal. 0.17 is overall. But if you want to pick one that the tax rate went up a little bit from last year, you can look at the commercial, and it's up 1.02%. So not a lot of change from last year, pretty much a steady tax rate. And I'll leave the floor for questions. Thank you, Tony. You can take my slide down. I have the paperwork at my office for the president, and pending approval after this, I have paperwork for the president and the board secretary to sign.
I do have a question, and maybe it can be set up during, a future workshop or something like that, just to see all the tax rates together of all the surrounding school districts, benchmark districts, St. Louis County. Yep. That would be great.
The tax rates, and then the data you need to put next to that really is their assessed valuation.
Yeah.
A lot of factors that come into how you set your tax rate.
Mm-hmm. And I've seen it before. I just don't remember seeing it recently. So that would be great. Thanks.
Well, got that.
Because historically, in my opinion, I've always seen Lindbergh as being one of the lowest, around the area. So I think that's great. We're great stewards of money when it comes to that. So that's always been pleasant.
All right. No further questions? Okay, so we'll move to agenda item 3.0, which is hearing of citizens and petitions regarding this proposed tax rate. We received no comments, so nothing to read or present there. So given that, we'll move to 4.0, which is adjournment for this meeting. We have a motion to adjourn regular meeting 1518.
So moved.
Second,
Who seconded?
Mike Tishlis.
Mike Tishlis. Okay. So we'll do a roll call vote as we do with all virtual meetings. So Mike Shammy is a yes. Karen Schuster. No. Yes.
I
Are you
think
talking to me? Because mine, like, I got unstable.
Karen's froze, or she was.
Karen's frozen.
I'm a yes.
Okay. Matt Alonso,
Yes.
Christy Watts,
Yes.
Jennifer Miller,
Yes.
Mike Tishlis,
Yes.
and Kathy Carlock Lorenz.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll adjourn special meeting 1518. And I guess I don't have my gavel, so there you go. So we'll call to order Limerick Schools Board of Education special meeting 1519. And we'll move to 2.0, which is adoption of that proposed tax rate. So do we need a recommendation from
The tax,
Joelle?
yep, I can tell you the tax form that is going to be submitted to the county clerk has a tax rate, and this is the blended rate, because now for the county clerk, we will take these numbers and blend them. Our recommendation, based on the calculation, is $4.0290 is a total tax rate. $1.20 of that tax rate goes into the general operations fund. $1.99.6 goes into teachers, and the debt service rate is 0.8330, with a total rate of $402.90 on the total assessed valuation.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Jennifer, second by Christy. So any other questions before we take a roll call vote? Okay, hearing none, we'll move to a vote. Mike Shammy, yes. Karen Schuster,
Yes.
Matt Alonso,
Yes.
Christy Watts,
Yes.
Jennifer Miller,
Yes.
Mike Tishlis,
Yes.
and Kathy Carlock Lorenz.
Yes.
Okay, approved 7-0 on that vote. Okay, we'll move to 3.0, which is approval of bids, quotations, agreements, grants, and Prop R changes. We do have one Prop R change, so I don't know who's gonna present that, or do we need to present that?
I can start it, and it's just a bid. We sought bids for the mechanical work at the high school. It was actually a rebid because we had some pricing quoted through a performance contract. We put that out for the required bid period. We had 4 respondents, and we are recommending the rebid to the lowest responsible bidder, complying with the terms of the letting, and that is Wiggum and Associates. And that bid amount was $16,700,700. And then pending approval, we will negotiate a contract with them and bring that back to the board, most likely in October.
Okay. Tony, are you there?
Yes.
You have anything on this?
No, it's a very favorable bid. I'll just make some comments about that. So it really helps us with our budget. When you look at bid pack 2, this is a big piece of bid pack 2, the major mechanical, and by separating it out, I feel like we've really maximized our taxpayer dollars to do some of the things that we needed to with the bid pack 2. So so far the major construction bid for the new high school came in very favorably, and this major mechanical came in. All three of our bids so far have been very, very favorable. So based on estimated cost with our estimator and our architect. So we feel really good about this bid.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Give that one to Kathy. How about a second?
Second.
Second to Mike. Okay, any other questions before we go to a vote? No? Okay. Mike Shamia, yes. Karen Schuster,
Yes.
Matt Alonso,
Yes.
Christy Watts,
Yes.
Jennifer Miller,
Yes.
Mike Tishless,
Yes.
and Kathy Carlock Lorenz.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, 7-0 vote there as well. That moves us to 4.0 and 5.0, which is recess and executive session, which we've already held. So we'll move quickly to 6.0, which is adjournment. May I have a motion to adjourn special meeting number 1519.
So moved.
Jennifer, motion second.
Second.
Second to Matt. Okay, roll call vote. Mike Shamia, yes. Karen Schuster,
Yes.
Matt Alonso,
Yes.
Christy Watts,
Yes.
Jennifer Miller,
Yes.
Mike Tishless,
Yes.
and Kathy Carlock Lorenz.
Yes.
All right. So Limerick Board of Education special meeting number 1519 is now adjourned. And we thank you for joining us.